live from Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Aaron.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jeslyn Moye. Happy Friday and good morning La La Land.
Right, so it is all about Friday feeling today. We like to keep our Fridays for dating, love, and relationships, and we've got an incredible show in store for you. We're going to talk about the epic hot show on Netflix called Black Mirror, kind of the future of how they kind of are seeing the future of dating apps. We'll kind of debate that one. Also, we've got a reality star in the house. Bachelor was on The Bachelorette.
Yes.
Gonna get it straight. And then we're also going to talk about kind of what it means to be in a healthy relationship, some of the tips. We have some great research articles and things on it. So you want to stay tuned for a great show on Friday Feeling.
Love.
I got the feels. You got feels, Rob?
All day. That's how I live. I live in the fields. I live in the fields.
So tell us a little bit about the guest today.
Yes,
Jeslyn.
good morning. We are so excited. We have Iggy Rodriguez in the house. He was one of the season favorites on season 14 of The Bachelorette, season 4 of Bachelor in Paradise. And this morning at Focus TV's Good Morning La La Land. Good morning, Iggy.
Hey, what's going on? Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
So here at Good Morning La La Land, we love to know how our guests start their day. So what is your morning routine?
Woof. My day is riddled with vanity.
At least you're honest about it.
Well, you know, being on TV and seeing yourself is a really weird experience, and you kind of notice a bunch of imperfections when you watch yourself over and over again. So I've got like an eye treatment, a face cream, my whitening tooth strips every morning, just in case anyone wants to take a photo with me on the street, which I'm very flattered about still. I want to make sure that I want to look good for them, right? It's not for me.
You live your life camera ready.
That's right. That's my new motto. It's camera ready all the time.
A man of service, for sure.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, we are so excited to talk to you later in the show about some of your experience on The Bachelorette and some romance that followed.
Right? And you know, before the show, we were having some coffee with Iggy, and we were talking about bullet coffee, and he was pouring this oil into it, and I'm like, I am all down with it. I started putting the protein in my coffee. I'm trying to get more cholesterol fast. Like, I mean, come on, every year it's like something new. I can't keep up on all of it.
An addiction in the making. And a growing addiction is what it is.
Right.
No, it's so important the way you start your day, and we're so excited and so honored to be able to start our days with you at Good Morning La La Land.
For sure. So what's going on? We got a big day.
We got
ahead,
award
right?
season. It's
Right.
award season, baby. It's the Globes this weekend. So we got some events planned.
Absolutely.
Jeslyn and I are gonna-
The 75th annual Golden Globes are this weekend on Sunday, and it is already happening all around us.
Yes, it's crazy.
Crazy.
It's gonna be a blackout red carpet.
It
Right?
is. We're
Yeah.
so excited about that. You're already representing.
Today?
Representing.
Yes.
Started.
The women of the Time's Up movement have created and asked all the women of Hollywood to wear all black this weekend to stand together and show that we're standing against sexual harassment. So that's exciting.
About
Very
solidarity.
exciting.
Men too.
And-
Absolutely. And today after the show, we've been invited to secret room events and an exclusive gifting lounge
Ooh,
at the
the
SLS.
secret.
Yes. So we are going to get a first-hand look at some of the great swag products, high-end skincare, shoes, clothing, exclusive all-in-one trips. They are going to leave these celebrities with a bag, an LL Bean bag filled to the top of amazing goodies. So we are going to share all of that with you on Monday's show. We're super excited.
It's good to be a celebrity, isn't it? Oh man, it's so good to be a celebrity.
It says Rob Mack official, famous
man.
single on me.
It's like you don't have enough already. Let's take more. But it really is a great thing. Really great thing. I've done gifting services in the past, and it's amazing the products that are available there that they can just give away.
What's the best swag bag you've ever gotten?
Oh man, you know, I haven't gotten a lot of great swag bags, but I've had friends that are well known and celebrities, and they've gotten watches.
Oh,
I mean, we're
yeah.
talking
Right.
$10,000 watches.
So I've been through a gifting suite once, and for those of you watching who don't understand what this is, it's a great way for products to get their goods in the hands of very well-known, influential celebrities, and in doing so, they gift it to them, right?
Yep.
So one time I got my coupon, right? I thought it was like a coupon, my pass to get into this gifting suite for the Oscars, and it was a couple years ago, and two of my girlfriends and I was like, we're going through, and we left with just the armfuls of Kiehl's and Lancome, and I was so excited because I wanted to give all this stuff to my friends, and so we're trying to schlep up the stairs, right, with more than we can carry at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and my girlfriend just bites it. I mean, tips over. We've had way too much champagne, and she's way down by the gifting suite. And Zooey Deschanel's coming down the stairs, and my friend goes, I just pulled a new girl in front of the And Zooey like picked her up, and Bruce Willis was there, and you know, he helped carry all the goods out to the valet for us. It was just one of those like only in LA moments.
Wow, that is like a
LA,
movie
right?
moment. That is
It
totally a
was,
movie
it was.
moment.
So we're gonna have another movie moment this afternoon, Rob, at the,
Okay.
at the Secret Room event. We're so excited about that. Thank you so much for the invitation and including us in this community.
Right, so we have a little bit of footage from that, correct?
No, actually, so the Wizard in the Kitchen at the Beverly Hills Hotel has just announced his gorgeous and gluten-free menu that will be served at the celebrity-studded event, which is the 75th Annual Golden Globes this weekend. Let's take a look.
Buongiorno, my name is Alberico Nunziata and I'm the executive chef here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Today I want to give you a taste of the 75th Annual Golden Globes menu. Planning the menu for the Golden Globes is a very long process. Actually, you really start the day after the Golden Globes because it's like, okay, this is done, what I serve next year. And this is what I did this year. I was trying to experience, I was keep thinking, trying to find inspiration, trying to find something like was motivating me. My trip in Italy, my trip in Spain was really giving me this power to create this menu for this year. And also was looking to make something important. It's the 75th Annual Golden Globes. It's a very beautiful year and we have to serve the most beautiful menu ever. We are feeding that day 1,300 people here in the International Ballroom, but at the same time, when somebody is grabbing them globes, there are 1,000 people eating all over the hotel. Me and my manager, 3 weeks in advance, start to create a schedule, start to create a process of production, and be sure that everything is ready, everything is coded with the colors, everything is storage area. It's really a process where everybody is involved, and it creates like the proudness to be part of this team.
Hello, I'm Thomas Hensey. I'm the pastry chef here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, and today we are excited to present the dessert for the 75th Annual Golden Globes. The dessert we're making, it's called Effendi, which means master, and it's very chocolate inspired and with big Italian flair to it, so we've got a lot of the flavors into it from the region. When we build the dessert and create it, there's a lot of things that we have to think about, is how do we get it from our kitchen downstairs, upstairs to the event. So this comes with a lot of our experience. This is my 8th time doing this. We have to create a dessert that will make it from the pastry kitchen to the table and will hold up for the entire event.
Wow.
Jeez. So cool. Beautiful.
So, such art.
Absolutely. It's so incredible that we're able to show that, you know, with to you guys this morning, because it really is one of the most Instagrammable menus ever.
I just want that chocolate dessert now.
The thought and the genius that's put into this food, it really truly is an art.
This show is becoming a problem for me. It's making me hungry all the time. To see stuff like that, and have access to, you know, those kinds of opportunities, just to see that, just to watch it, for me is like ridiculous. I'm hungry all day
The
already.
whole world will be watching, right? I wonder how many millions of people watch the event.
And we'll all be craving that burrata.
All day.
Certainly, all day. I already am. And we're also so excited because this Sunday, after the Globes, the cast of Good Morning La La Land and I are going to be celebrating at the Social Mix LA event right down the street at the Sofitel Hotel at Riviera 31. We're really excited. It's a very dynamic networking event filled with some of the most recognizable celebrities, influencers, Instagrammers. We're all going to be there. We're going to be celebrating. So if you're looking for a way and you're in LA, make sure you RSVP on Eventbrite this weekend.
It's the after
Nice.
party.
All
You
right.
gotta- gotta be at the after
Got it
party.
going on. She knows
does.
all this stuff. I'm like, what's going on in LA again?
She's so
she
tapped
has
in.
The total lowdown
Yes.
of all of it.
Just come with me, Erin. All right, I got you.
You're so
I got
tapped in,
this.
Devin. It's
No
really do.
problem. So we're so excited. We've got a really fun show on dating and relationships today. It's all about the Friday feels, and I've got them, Erin.
Right, so we're gonna stay tuned, you guys. We're gonna come right back, and what we're gonna talk about is the Black Mirror, that epic hot show on Netflix. We're gonna give you the rundown of what the future of dating is, kind of what it means to be in a healthy relationship, and kind of the stats of what's happening online on the dating world. So stay tuned, we will be right back.
Hi everyone and welcome to Odiva TV, and right now we're in the Focus TV studios in Hollywood.
Happy Wednesday, Empoweristas! It's Alex Worley.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paffrath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting stories from all over the world.
Hi, this is Alyssa Goodman Show, and I am Alyssa Goodman.
You're watching Beige Bay TV. It's fitness expert and your Beige Bay, Edwina Chia.
Hey, Dr. Erin here, teaching universal law and spiritual truth.
Hey everyone, it's Michelle Gillette with Focus TV, and this is the Spotlight Series.
Hey LA, I'm Gwen Lane with the LA Girl.
Hey everybody, Terry here, host of the interview series Success Beyond Beauty.
Hi, I'm Fern Olivia, and welcome to Sensual Intelligence TV.
Hi, I'm Janica. I'm here with Focus TV for my segment of Fearless Females.
Welcome to Focus. I am your host, Victoria Simone, and I am here in the beautiful Focus TV studio set in West Hollywood. And I have the great honor to bring you the preview for the new issue of Focus magazine, the wellness issue. On the cover is the amazing Dr. Trupinsky, along with Wow Moms Jennifer Stano and her amazing partner Nicole Ziola, along with a valued member of our Focus family, author, influencer, and host of her very own show on Focus TV Network, Rachel McCord. Yay, praise emoji! Featuring her new book, Slay the Fame Game. This issue is filled with amazing people within our local community, including Alyssa Goodman and the launch of her new show on Focus TV, The Alyssa Goodman Show, along with model and brand evangelist Nikki Sharp. Also in this issue, Focus food editor Tambi Safran visits the amazing new Waldorf Astoria and its executive chef, Stephen Benjamin. We have travel in this issue, as well as Focus Travel editor Wendy Brokaw-Kretschmer providing an amazing shopping guide for travel to Milan. This issue is packed with additional features, photos, highlights from the new Focus TV network, which is America's first streaming video talk show network. Pick up your copy today. You are going to love it.
Live from Los Angeles, we are Good Morning La La Land, and it is hashtag Friday Feels today. We are so excited. We have got reality star known from season 14 of The Bachelorette in studio at Focus TV today. Good morning, Iggy Rodriguez.
Hey.
Okay, so we want to know, how do you best navigate social media and dating?
Those are very, very tricky waters, especially coming off the season. You are inundated with opportunity and conversations and people that you would have never met otherwise in your DMs, right? Kind of sliding in your inbox, and having a healthy relationship is increasingly difficult with the amount of opportunity and pressure there is outside of that relationship. So it's about honesty for sure.
Wow, that's got to be hard. All those women men coming at you.
It's
really
an embarrassment
rough,
of
Iggy,
riches.
sure.
It's very cool to start, but it gets to be very difficult when you're trying to be in a very committed, open relationship.
Yeah.
Well, I really admire your commitment to being honest and authentic in that, and pursuing a relationship in the face of this like never-ending open menu that's Instagram and Facebook, right?
And it's got to be tough to sift through like all of those people to get to somebody who's authentic. Do you find that difficult at all?
I think that's the reason that I ended up jumping in this relationship that I'm in now, that I'm very, very happy with, was because you know when you know, right? There's that kind of that classic saying. But for me, it was finally finding someone that didn't even know I was on a show before, and then just having a regular, genuine conversation and connecting around something that wasn't related to them seeing something about me on TV or Googling something. That for me was a really big deal.
And they just saw how camera ready you were.
Right.
That's right. Well, they commented on the eyebrows and that I didn't have any puffiness under the eyes, so I was very happy with that too.
Oh, good. Well, we are so excited to get back in the studio with you later in the show to find out more about some bromance, business, and his company, Hero.
Nice. So excited to get all the input from you, Iggy. So excited. So the segment right now is on Friday Feeling, and we're going to talk about the hot show, which is Black Mirror. And have you guys heard of that show?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd watched only one of the shows, I think like a year ago or something like that. And I know it's a hot show. It's all about kind of technology, and they take it into a new story each time. Well, they have this one show that is on dating, and they have basically this guy and this girl come to this date. And they show up, like the app, they call it the coach, and the coach has brought them together on this app, and they sit down to a dinner, and they both say, well, how long do we have? So they hit this button, both of them, and the app says, you guys have 12 hours. That's it.
Like that's the length of the relationship.
Yeah, wow. The length of the relationship is 12 hours. It'll say, 5 years, lifetime, whatever, but it matches them according through all their dating so that it can get all the content around what works for them, what doesn't work for them, all this, so that eventually there's 99.8% accuracy in basically matching them with someone.
Wow, I don't know if I want all that accuracy.
It's a lot.
So the point of the show is like, what if? Getting into that kind of query of what if. So what would you guys do if you had 12 hours? And just so you know, also on the show, that they have to sleep with each other. So even though they have 12 hours, they have to sleep with each other.
Huh, that's interesting.
I don't think you're hearing any complaints.
That's interesting. That's
He's like, where do I get this out?
Huh. That's an interesting little caveat there.
Right?
Yeah.
So the point is like, are we going down this road? Like, if the question for you guys have today is, if there's an app that could literally tell you who you should be dating, matching you up to 99.8 eventually, would you use the app?
I don't trust that app. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just from studying people for like the last couple of decades, I just feel like people aren't that predictable. And I get it, and I know that marketing and even this app is designed to create an algorithm that's able to predict who should be together and who shouldn't. So it's based on data. I just still don't trust it.
Right?
Well, it's interesting because it also takes the blame out of the relationship. You're like, look, this is only going to work for 12 hours. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. Like, it's all the app.
That's right.
Right? So let's just make the most of this and have fun.
So it's fascinating because actually when you do the research on millennials, they're actually having dates, like expiration dates on their relationships.
Yes.
It's one of the things, it's like a new thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, in a year from now I'm going off to this work thing or college or whatever it is. So let's enjoy the year and we're gonna just have an expiration date.
It's beautiful in a way because I love the focus on being present and enjoying each step of the relationship. I love the piece around the non-attachment, but I do wonder how deeply you invest in a relationship that is expiring in like a year or a month.
Right? So we have some footage of it right now. Let's take a look at it, and then I want to tell you guys a little bit more of kind of some of the stuff went on.
So, shall we check our expiry date? On 3, 2, 1, go. 12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours.
Okay.
Bit
Bit
short.
It is a bit short, isn't it?
I used to think that love could
Must have been mental before the system. I mean, are we just meant to go at it?
Define go at it.
Oh, fucking hell.
But then you always find your perfect match.
It really does work.
Another relationship.
Coach, is this a mistake?
Everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Wow.
So fascinating, right?
That's so interesting.
So we want this show to be not only for people who are dating, people that are in relationships, and people who are married or divorced or whatever. It's for everyone. And so the conversation on Friday is really about all of it. But this is fascinating because in the show, and I don't want to give it all away because if you haven't seen the show, it's worth watching. You can binge watch these shows on Netflix. But they went from going, okay, so if you only have 12 hours with somebody, starts to become kind of like empty and meaningless. But then the people that started having longer relationships where they knew they were going to have to spend 5 years or something, they were like, then I felt stuck in it. So like, where's the happy medium? And finding that when they began to get to the place where they thought, let's not find out how long we have so that we can be in the unknown, right?
Wow, isn't that interesting? I mean, that's one of the most beautiful things I think about relationships is that you don't know the outcome. I get people who want to know the outcome so they can invest properly or whatnot, but the truth is that human relationships and people are much more complicated than that.
Right.
So I find the concept really interesting. It's pretty entertaining, definitely an entertaining show. I'm just not sure how well it will work in reality.
Right.
Yeah.
And in fact, we have some other good articles, right? So we have one that was on the 4 qualities of healthy relationship.
Yes.
What did you find about that one?
I love that particular article. I mean, I think trust is huge, right? And from a positive psychology perspective, we talk a lot about trust. I think trust starts with self-trust.
For sure.
You know, so you know, the challenge with any of these things is that you sort of have to customize them for your own life, right? So yeah, it's a little challenging. You can read an article and get a lot from it, and yet you still have to apply it.
Yeah, well, the Department of Washington said that there are 4 key things to apply in healthy relationships, right? 1 being respect, a given. 2 being honesty. Honesty about your past, and honesty about your present, honesty about your needs for the future. Number 3 being trust, which obviously can either progress or fade over time. And communication, which to their point isn't just speaking, it's also listening.
I hate that. I gotta listen to it and I'm just gonna.
It's just all about me. Let's just talk.
Me. I was gonna say.
I just prefer talking. Yeah.
No, but those are 4 crucial keys to any kind of healthy relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, a relationship with your family, a relationship between co-workers. I mean, those are aspects that can be applied across the board.
Oh my
For
gosh.
sure. And whether you're dating or in a relationship or whatever, we did have one viewer ask. She said, "How long should I wait until after I'm divorced to date?" And you know, obviously, you know, there's no right answer for that, for sure. For sure, doing your healing, but I believe we have some.
We have a really special interview we want to feature today. It was on Focus TV's series, the Spotlight series with Michelle Gillette. She had a very special guest on, Christine Jeeves. She's a matchmaker with Keller International, and they had on Donna Lee, and she is now back on the dating scene after recently being divorced. Let's take a look.
We try and shift the paradigm a little bit in terms of their perspective and see it as amazing opportunities so they can design their life the way that they want it. So it's shifting a mindset. Do you find that you do some coaching on that regard as well with your matchmaking?
Before I will agree to bring a client on, you know, we choose who we want to work with. We want to choose to partner with the people that are going to have the best chance at success. And that's about who they are and how they look at things.
It is.
And when you focus on those positive things and kind of navigate against the minefields, it's a lot easier and a lot more fun. And you can't expect it to happen overnight. Might, but you need to be ready for it.
And responsible for yourself.
Absolutely responsible for yourself. And a lot of people just don't look at their accountability.
So what is, Donna Lee, the best attitude that you can walk into a room with?
Well, I think a smile is the most important thing any man or woman can share with another human being. I don't know about you, but when someone smiles at me, I instantly want to smile back, and it makes that person so much more attractive to me. And you know, when people talk about the word confidence, that's to me what a smile brings. It's the confidence to look me right in the eyes, and I find that the most attractive quality. And the other thing we were talking earlier, I think the mistake we women and men make when whether it's a long-term relationship or a marriage, I know as a younger woman, I immediately would jump back into another relationship. And that, I didn't do that. I think that's what, hopefully wisdom in our 40s and we gain that experience of knowing, no, I need to really look at myself. What went wrong in that relationship, or maybe what could I have done differently? And what do I want for the future? And I think that's the most important thing too. You bring then when you put that same energy out. I must say, I'm not dating anymore with this, I want to get married and I want to meet the perfect person. I really say to myself every day, I hope I meet great people, whether it's men or women, honestly, whether it's good friends, whether it's dating, lovers, the future husband.
So enjoying the instead of just the destination, the journey and the process.
And I think there is when a woman, especially I'll speak from a woman's perspective, when I've been through 2 marriages now, and when a woman definitely has a mind shift like I do, if I don't expect a man to make me happy, I expect to have an incredible happy life based on my own, work and effort, and then how fun I get to share that with another human being who hopefully he's in the same place as me.
When you go out in the world and you're talking from an impassioned position, that shows it's a wavelength that kind of goes out, and that's attractive. Definitely. So having your life, something that you're enjoying already, shows on your face and your energy, don't you think?
Oh, for sure.
I've seen this several times. I did this recently with a girlfriend. We went to this kind of singles event just to see what it was about. And she said, I made a decision this year just to smile and be open and be happy. We were the oldest women there and had group of men after group of men of all ages coming up and talking with us. We drew them in. Yep.
But I do something else that I think this is good advice for women that I forgot to do, because we're in the technological computer age and Match.com, etc., where we all think we're going to find the love of our life online. I've gone to old school. The group of people I was with last night, I literally just found myself saying, so do you know any wonderful men? And can I tell you, by the time I left last night, I had 3 men, 3 different men saying, one's in Chicago, one's in Houston, and one's here in LA. They'd all love to meet me. And I thought, when have we women gotten away from that? Where we used to actually go to our girlfriends and lovely people that we're meeting and saying, tell me about your group of friends.
Right.
I really think that's an incredible source, a resource for us to meet good people.
Well, that's important. A lot of people will say, all my friends are married and they don't know people. And having your friends match you sometimes can be a bit precarious. Not everybody's as good at it as I am.
That's right.
But
That's why you have a job.
It kind of goes to the point where we were talking earlier. You surround yourself by great people. Great people know great people.
That's right.
And one of the things, advice to women that we've found, and I've always kind of done this, you know, if you meet a guy and he's not your person, but he's a great person, why not keep him in your life? Keep that amazing, fun, flirty, masculine energy in your life and keep doing that. The last 2 nights, we were with groups of men that we're not dating but are phenomenal men. And so you get to keep using that flirt muscle. But also, guess what? Those 2 good guys last night, knew great guys.
So
awesome.
Amazing, huh?
Great information.
Incredible interview. For more, you can tune into FocusTVNetwork.com/spotlight to see more of those interviews.
She makes a really great point about meeting people in person. I think it's like, it seems so old school now, and in lots of ways it is, but I still love it, you know. But I think for lots of folks, online dating is increasingly the way to go.
Have you ever been online dating, Rob?
I have. I've done it mostly for research purposes, literally, but I prefer meeting people in person. But I definitely see the value. And in fact, I was reading an article on Pew Research, and one of the things they were saying is that people, particularly under 25 and over 50, are finding like online dating increasingly appealing.
Why is that?
It's a good point. I think part of it is that people just don't have the time and the energy that they used to. I think also the more people start to do something, the more people want to do something. So you sort of get a little bit of you know, traction and positive momentum going in a direction.
I think one of the most fascinating things about that Pew research was that it said 1/3 of people on online apps have never actually met anybody in person.
They've never actually gone on a date.
I was like, why are you on these apps?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Because it's safe to stay
That's
behind
right.
the screen. They have like the comfort. They don't feel alone. They send a message. They get a message back. They feel validated. They feel desired. They feel wanted. And then they never have to take the risk of actually meeting the person.
You just nailed it. You absolutely nailed it, Jeslyn. Like one of the things that's most...
No pun intended. Just kidding.
I didn't say that, Dr. Aaron did.
I've got my favorite dress on for dating.
She's all turned up today. Exactly. The Friday feels. But it's true. It's the variety and the convenience of online dating. I mean, it's just, and it's time effective, right? It's a very efficient way of meeting people. So
I've met some incredible people online dating.
Have you?
Yeah, and I think that one of the things that is kind of goofy about online dating is when people don't make things happen. You're like, why are you even online dating? You just want to text buddy. It makes no sense to me.
I think it's one of those things too. You have a couple things going on. One is you sort of have a paradox of choice issue, right? So as much as we love the variety, the more variety you have, often the more likely you are to walk away and not make a decision. So like if you go to the grocery store and there are like 50 different kinds of shampoo.
Paradox of
yes,
choice.
You're much more likely not to buy any shampoo than you were if there were, say, 2 or 3 different types of shampoo.
So are you saying that that's affected people actually making strong commitments to relationships?
Absolutely. Because you always feel like there's something better out there.
Right. And in that interview, I thought the most poignant thing that they talked about was instead of thinking long term, again, it was the same thing that within the black screen, the black mirror, was that basically if you get too caught up in where it's going and the attachment to the long term, or you get too hot and heavy, it's about staying present and enjoying human beings. Like my only goal in relationship is to enjoy human beings.
Oh, well, you absolutely crushed it there, Erin. I mean, that's the greatest challenge in relationships. It's the greatest challenge in life is to become so destination focused that you miss the journey entirely. But it's the journey that makes the entire experience of life or relationships enjoyable.
Right, people can be married and not happy. It doesn't mean people think that well, if you're married, you must be good or something's right. Something's wrong if you're not married. That's such stigmas that are so out of date as far as
absolutely true.
Well, it's hard though sometimes too to be present because you're sitting across from a person thinking, can I have a future with them? Do I want to marry this person, or would he be the father of my children? All these things. So I'm going over that list in my head rather than being my best vacation self, because I'm really deciding whether or not I want to invest my time, my heart, my energy into something if there isn't going to be a return on that investment.
Yeah, we call that forecasting. Really, that's what we call it, forecasting.
Right?
It's relationship forecasting. It's like weather forecasting, relationship forecasting, and the truth is the weather forecasters are much more accurate overall, and they probably have a better time.
Interesting. Well, I say that we get to the back.
Iggy's in the building.
Iggy's in the back, and we've got so much. I have so many questions for him. I can't imagine what it's like to be on reality shows and all this stuff. So stay tuned, you guys. We're going to go back there, ask him some hot questions about dating, love, and relationships. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This is Jack. His mother didn't save his childhood artwork.
She just threw it all away like it was garbage.
If only his mother had Archive.
Archive is the easiest and fastest way to chronologically store your child's art.
Snap a picture, tag it, and store it safely in our cloud.
Then share it with friends and family.
Even turn it into a calendar, mug, or your very own printed book.
Oh, you were going to make one yourself? Yeah, that's what his mom said.
Download the Archive app now and help us save art.
Archive, available now on the App Store.
Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the HEAL Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you got to do is go to heal.com or get the HEAL app at heal.com, get that HEAL app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to HEAL. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Hi, this is Jennifer Eddy, and I'm here with Spa Girl Cocktails today. We're thrilled to be here with Empowerista and Girl Talk Network at UNITA and El Segundo to help support and empower women in the community. We have 2 flavors with Spa Girl Cocktails, Pear and Spa. Those are our signature cocktails. They're low-calorie and gluten-free, all natural, nothing added. You can find us at Bevmo and Total Wine in all of your communities. We're thrilled to be here with Focus Magazine today in their December issue.
Hello everyone, I'm Joyce Gerard, creator of the Joyce Miracle Elixir collection, and I'm happy to say that it's the only collection out there that is not going to have any harsh chemicals, free of parabens, free of sulfates, free of sodium chloride, absolutely cruelty-free, because for me that is super important. And it's made right here in USA. And it's the only line that is going to deliver you the best antioxidants, vitamins, fatty acids, minerals, straight from Mother Nature. I've infused my entire line with buriti, maracuya, moringa, and argan. So you have the buriti, which is the tree of life. You have the argan, which is literally liquid gold. You have the maracuya, which is the richest source of vitamin C. And you have the moringa, which is the richest superfood in the world. So I've combined all these yummy ingredients from Mother Nature and delivered them straight to you, straight to your strands, straight to your face. In all my products, that's the base of it. And the most important thing is that everything is made with love right here at home in USA, straight for you.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it's more than just training. It's just authentic. And so I think that's one thing I realized that I had my whole life was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me, not even myself. And I try to tell my clients and people, it's all a mindset. You know, you got to really want it. They said, you can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first. Just because I always say, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
I'm Eden Sassoon, and I own 2 Pilates studios, Eden by Eden Sassoon Pilates. And to be quite honest, I hate socks. But my girlfriend Sally just created a line, Mantra Socks. And to me, at Pilates, you cannot get on my machine without socks. But now, you can get on my machine with the intention. Today, I have Be Love. To me, that means a lot. But also, when you buy a pair of these socks, 1 pair gets donated to a homeless shelter. And that is something, that's really what matters, to be quite honest. It's not just about the sock. It's about the intention. It's about what you're giving back and how you're paying it forward. And so for that, Sally, I thank you. And I love Mantra Socks.
Hi guys, I'm Joyce Gerard, and I support my beautiful friend Sally with her Mantra Socks. Look how cute they are. Be Love is my favorite, so go get them. Run and get them on Amazon.com.
Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are thrilled to have Iggy Rodriguez in the house.
What's going on?
How are you? 14th
Nice to meet you, man.
season of Bachelorette. What a perfect day to come on for dating, love, and relationships.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the right guy. I didn't win, so I'll try and give as much insight as I possibly can.
Right, yeah. And we want to talk about bromance. We want to talk about Instagram blowing up, how you're dealing with all the women, and I'm assuming men as well, coming your way.
I've gotten a fair amount of inappropriate male photos. I know what you guys feel like. It's not great. Yeah, I don't suggest it. Yeah, it's not awesome.
So take us back to the beginning, Iggy. Why did you choose to go on The Bachelorette?
Oh man, so I was dating a girl very seriously before the show, and I'd actually never seen The Bachelorette or The Bachelor, and it was maybe the first month of us dating seriously, and we had dinner plans on a Monday after work, and she goes, "Oh, Ig, I can't, it's Monday." And I'm like, "Oh, do you have a meeting or what's going on?" She's like, "No, it's a season premiere of The Bachelorette." Oh. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, perfect." It's like, fuck me, right? Okay, great. I'm like, at that point, you're still trying to impress, right? You want to hang out as much as you can. So I'm like, screw it. I'll meet the girls. I'll come over if I'm invited, and we'll watch it. So I get through one episode, and
so it's her and her girlfriends and you watching The Bachelorette.
So it's pretty. Well, okay, I was trying to impress. Right? So it's commonplace. You have 7 or 8 girls all in a house, wine and cheese. That's how you watch.
I felt like everybody knew that. That's what girls do on Monday nights.
Well, I didn't know that.
I do that.
And so I go over and it's wine and cheese, and I'm sitting there kind of watching what's going on. At the end of the show, in my head, I'm like, this is a horrible piece of shit. But I cannot wait to see what happens next week. And I became one of the girls. I was like, so is it at Jenny's house tonight? What do I have to bring? Is the charcuterie plate prepared? It's great. And I got into it, and then we ended up splitting. And it's the weirdest thing. I got contacted by a recruiter that saw my profile on LinkedIn. And they were like, you've got a very professional profile. You're not horrible looking, so thank you. And because it was Rachel, and they knew that, and she's a lawyer, she's 32, right? She has her shit together and is looking for, she's
an independent woman.
Oh, she's a very strong-willed woman. She's amazing, incredibly intelligent, powerful. But they were looking for guys who had kind of their stuff together. And I said, screw it, why not? I had enjoyed the show, and if I'm being completely honest, it was a little bit of a dig at my ex. And it ended up being probably the coolest experience I could have ever have asked for.
What do you wish you would have known before you did this?
Full candor, full disclosure, I wish I would have known how much influence that the people around you and some of the producers can have, and not directly, right? Not, hey, say this, because it's not a scripted show, but when you're in the environment, you get so lost in your emotions because it gets so intense. Like you're awake for 19 hours. You know, you're drinking a lot of the day because there's really nothing else to do. You don't have a gym. You can't walk off the property.
Do you have any access to like the outside world?
No, you have no phone, no internet access, no TV, no radio. Just think about it.
How long? How many weeks or what?
As long as you're there. So they tell you, and this is hard from a work perspective too. So you put
And
your.
what were you doing at the time?
So I actually I had my own consulting practice and met my now partner, and we've just launched our business together, a mobile app that we'll talk about in a little bit. Yeah. It parlays well, I promise. But you have no access, and you have to tell your employer, I'm going to be gone maybe a week, or potentially up to 9 weeks. And so they're like, oh, cool, yeah, exactly.
And I'm not going to be able to email you and let you know.
Or let you know, exactly.
And I can't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, so I mean, like, there is a certain level of like camaraderie and respect, no matter how crazy they are, or no matter how they're perceived on TV. Yeah. You put your life on hold. You put all your shit out there. Wow. It's not an easy thing to do. So there's a level of, that's why like the Bachelor family is very, very tight. And I think anyone else who has this opportunity, you befriend them very quickly because you go, okay, you've gone through this experience and no one else can know what it's like.
Wow. And so you're now dating someone.
I am.
Correct?
Yeah, happily dating.
And so before, like kind of behind the scenes, we were talking about how hard is it to deal with the people coming at you on Instagram, the celebrityism around it?
Yeah, sure. And this is correct, right? We're not celeb. We don't have any real talent. We just decided to be idiots on TV.
Oh, you're a reality star now. I mean, whether you like it or not, you are a reality star.
And I don't think that. So you asked like what I'd like to be prepared for. I wish I was prepared for that. You don't know how it affects you when you get back to your normal life. And from a relationship standpoint, it was a breaking point almost for my relationship right now, because quite candidly, I was still sort of in that time of excitement where the DMs were very intriguing, right? And we've never gotten that kind of attention. A lot of my guy friends that are on the show, I think we're both, we're all pretty attractive, kind of affluent guys, but no one tells you what it's like when you've got 99 DMs in your inbox from gorgeous women all over the country, like fawning. It's a weird experience, and you get to like that feeling a little bit, right? So there's a psychological thing that happens that no one ever tells you. They always tell you your life's gonna change and things will be different, but sort of one ear out the other, and you don't know how big the impact is until you know how big the impact is.
So what was it about this girl in particular that got your attention?
She had no idea who I was, which I really liked. Yeah. So I could like fake it from the start. Like she didn't know I sucked before. No. No, she had no idea who I was. We, like all great love stories, I think we met like on Bumble or something. And
so even after the show, you were online dating.
Yeah, you got to get back out there, right? I just got dumped on national TV. I got to get back up.
And you were ready. So
Yeah, well, and like now I'm like, okay, I got some professional photos I can put up. Like,
You're marketing yourself in a whole new way.
Hey, it's my job right now. That's right. No, but we met, and it was just like a very cool, organic, chill conversation. I hadn't had one of those in a very long time. As you can imagine, the girls that are quick to send you messages are also the ones that will ask you the exact same questions about what was the show like, what was Rachel like, was it real, are you guys friends, can I have Dean's number? No, you can't, by the way. Wow. And so it's crazy, but you answer the same questions over and over again, and it becomes sort of, it's repetitive and it's old. And so it's fun feeling, and it's very flattering, but all of a sudden it's like, I've gone on this date 30 times already.
Right. Did that change your perspective of people at all? When people are suddenly coming at you or to you for a reason other than to get to know you, but because you're...
Yeah, I think it validated a lot of assumptions for me. I've always been in the sports entertainment. So I used to work for the Dodgers. I was an advertising director for the Pistons, and now I run an influencer business in Hollywood. And I see it, but until you live it, you can't know. But it did validate a lot of the things that you're talking about. Is that I think people, for whatever reason, you're attracted to something bright, right? It's shiny, I want it. And for a few months, we're shiny and people want us. And I think, I am hopefully fortunate enough to realize that it's a very finite period of being shiny, and then the new crop of guys will be on in a few months, and we're kind of forgotten about
Unless you have really good eye cream.
Yeah.
My iPads are the best.
This isn't finite because you still look amazing. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk some more about bromance and business. When we come back, stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Dr. Aaron.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Royer. Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles.
America's first live streaming daily talk show.
At 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
And we have a sexy show for you today.
We have got Will, Leanne, and Gabe in the house. Let's go back there. Hi!
Talked to 4 beautiful, intelligent, conscious women. Clearly, I was miserable the entire time.
She has a TV show similar to your guys.
Ellen.
Yes!
Yes!
Praise emoji!
The little peck, come on.
I feel so bad for Jess.
We're live too, for the people viewing.
For the people.
Wow!
M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E Club Mickey Mouse on Good Morning La La Land.
We are streaming to you live Monday through Friday on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Happy holidays.
It's gonna be a good
morning, La La Land.
5, 6, 7, 8. We are the Mouseketeers, and we proudly wear our ears. We mousin', we mousin', M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E Club Mickey Mouse. Good morning, La La Land.
Welcome back. We're so excited to be talking about Iggy, and we want to talk about bromance for a minute because we know that there's like, you have all these like text streams from all the guys.
Yeah.
You've got now a Hero app and all that stuff. What is it like to be a guy and like really camaraderie in a relationship?
So I was kind of like the king of bromances. I did Bachelor in Paradise as well, and every clip was me hanging out with the guys or working out with the guys. And to be fair, if you don't have a love connection, you don't have a love connection, right? So what are you gonna do? You're gonna hang out with your boys.
So are you like the house dad?
Oh, I was definitely on the Bachelorette. I was definitely the house dad for sure. And then Paradise was like, it was almost immediately after the season. But you don't really get to interact with your friends a whole lot. You know, your new friends, your Bachelor family, because you can't be on camera together because they can't know that. You know, if there's drama, people kind of can't know. And people are smart; they piece it together. Instagram feeds are very telling, right?
TMZ is all over this.
Oh yeah, they're good. Yeah. And when we got on the beach, it's like it was like a reunion party, and it's a really unifying experience. Again, no one can know what it's like to be on camera. No one can know what it's like actually feeling feelings on camera, and you see such a small part of that, but everything is so intensified. Whether you're happy, you're sad, you're in love, everything is times a million.
Wow.
And so, please, yeah.
No, I'm just curious. So, I know guys bond a lot through alcohol. They bond a lot through work. They bond a lot through whatever. What is it
through
like?
Women as well.
Yeah. So, like, what is it? For the viewers out there, what kind of tips can you give them of what do you do to start a bromance?
This is going to be so cheesy. So the whole point of being on The Bachelorette and a lot of what you talk about is how you're feeling. Yeah. You guys very rarely actually talk about how they're feeling. Wow. I'm like, hey bro, what's going on? You're like, no, I'm good. How's you and your girl? She's okay. But like, I know you're not okay, right? it's okay to actually talk about how you're feeling with your bro friends.
Has that always been easy for you?
I don't think that's easy I think it's sort of just this, if you're looking at a traditional view of how men engage with each other, it's not touchy-feely and like really talking about your girl problems, right? It's not like let's have a beer and let's watch the game, like if you're talking about guys in the traditional sense. But when you're on the show, it's almost this weird therapy session where you are sort of drinking all the time, so those drunken moments come out, right? when you're like being very candid with each other, and you are going through a lot of pressure, and there's nothing to do but talk about how you're feeling with your friends. And through that experience, some of the guys on the show know more about me in a month than, and I think I said this when I did today, I cried a lot. But I told us on the camera that I learned more about myself and about some of these guys in a month than I've learned about some of my friends that I've had for 15, 20 years.
It's incredible.
So
absolutely
that part of like the bromance, that part's really cool. And my phone blows up every day with texts from all
Because
the
I don't
guys.
think, well, first of all, you don't look like the guy that would be talking about your emotions. And secondly, I think it's so important because that's one of the great things about Rob. He talks a lot about, you know, getting into the real substance of life. So that's really important to
And it's
hear
helped
that.
with my dating life as well, because you know you've got to be able to. You talked about kind of the qualities of a good relationship, being open and honest, and being communicative, and I can actually express how I'm feeling much more effectively than I used to be able to, and it's built a better sort of foundation for my relationship right now.
Do you find that too you're able to better regulate your emotion as well? Or
I think it's yes is the answer, but I also think it's an age thing. I think at 23, 24, it's all emotion, and it's like, fuck this, I'm out of here, right? Like you
It's
run
a
out.
walking hormone.
Yeah, oh, no, exactly. And now it's like, all right, let me actually like take it in for a second and like try and have a conversation and rationalize. And part of that is just being a little older, but I'm telling you, like you are not the same person when you walk. If you're there for long enough, you are not the same person when you walk off set. You're really not.
Fascinating.
Speaking about being a little older, a little wiser, you have a new business. Earlier in the week, we had Ben Rosenfield on, CEO of the Hero app.
Right. Hi, Ben.
Morning.
What's up, Ben?
Yeah, and you're working with him in that.
Yeah, so I'm the VP of Sales and Acquisitions for Hero, and I know you guys talked about it last segment, but the whole premise is being able to curate a relationship between brands and agencies who are looking to run influencer campaigns, don't know how to do it, don't know how to find them, don't know how to contract with them in this rapidly growing space. And what we do is we curate the experience and we match them and their goals and their campaigns with the right influencers. So we're giving both the influencer side and the business side a platform to be able to negotiate and find the right opportunities for each other.
It's like dating. But
It
for
is
businesses
a lot. We talk about that algorithm, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we're techie nerds. I just happen to put a face mask on when I go to bed. But you know, our algorithm allows us to match the right people with the right opportunities and save a lot of time and effort in a space that's growing really quickly. I mean, you guys are in this space as well, and you talk about, you know, I am guilty of it. You know, I get paid to do Instagram posts, and you know, I wouldn't have found those unless I was going through Hero and a company found me, because although I know how to run a business, I don't know how to run a personal Instagram campaign. Like, those are different skills.
So how do you swipe left or swipe right on a business or an influencer?
Right. It's a shot in the dark, right? And companies are spending a lot of money and finding the wrong people.
And that's where Hero comes in. It saves the day in
That's
navigating these relationships and these business.
You want to come work for us?
I do,
We're
right?
doing this pretty well. Great. Yeah, it's strong.
Very pithy, very punchy. Soundbite, you got it, yeah.
You're much prettier than Ben and I, by the way. We'll put you on the app.
All right, maybe I need to be this.
See why it's on The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
I have one other question going back, just backtracking a minute, because I bet there's people out there listening right now that say, okay, he said he gets DMs from hot women or whatever.
And guys.
And whatever that is. And he's in a relationship. How do you balance that? So how, knowing that you guys have a good relationship and you communicate, how do you deal with that in your relationship and overcome those?
Yeah, are you showing her your Instagram? You're like, hey,
man.
babe, look at this.
So this is really hard initially, because sort of early in the relationship, there's the DMs still coming in, and quite candidly, and this is why we would fight, is I would still respond and I would entertain it, because you feel attractive and you feel good, right? It's a very like empowering feeling to feel wanted. And again, we've never felt this type of want before from people, so we then are attracted to it.
How does that feel? That type of want?
It's hard to explain. You know, when you look at your phone and you see people that don't know you saying "I love you" and defending. Oh, really? It's crazy. And defending you from people who might be talking shit about something you said on the show. Like, you know, I've got a couple posts where there's like, you know, 1,000 comments, half of which are like, I didn't like what you said, and the other half are like, no, he's a stand-up guy. And it's like, whoa, you guys don't
even know me.
Number one, you don't know me. But number two, it's like, you saw 10 seconds of a conversation that lasted an hour. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't. All the positive stuff didn't feel good. And I think it's like an innate feeling to want to feel wanted, right? And all of a sudden you get this waterfall of being wanted. And when you try and focus on one person, you feel like you're missing out on the waterfall, right?
So what do you do? How do you deal with that?
Well, I screwed up initially, quite candidly. So I was still responding and talking to other girls, and she found out, because one of the girls that I ended up telling that I was dating, like I was getting in a relationship, she took a screenshot of our conversation and sent it to my now girlfriend. Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly. Yeah, so it was, you know, those 22-year-old moments where you're like, I'm fuck out of here. It was one of those. But
What do you mean by that? The 22?
well, we talk about like emotional maturity, right? I was not mature. I was like, oh, I'm out of here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
forget it.
yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
then your 30-year-old self did what?
groveled. Yeah. I quite candidly, I asked for forgiveness.
Wow.
But you know, after that, we kind of set some ground rules, right? Some honesty and some openness. And she's like, you know, if I ask to look at your DMs, you got to let me look at them. And I'm like, that holds me accountable. You know, she doesn't do it every day, and we haven't. I mean, that sort of now is off the table now over the last couple of months. But there's that sense of trust, right? I trust you to look, and you've got to trust me to respond appropriately and not ask me every single moment, right? And that's hard to get over, but that's where we are. There's a level of honesty there.
It's so amazing to me to be having this conversation with you because you're smart, successful, good looking, and you've grown so much
It's crazy.
spiritually, right? So
Yeah.
what are the things that you are committed to doing like every day that help you stay in a place of growth? And
Sure. So I'm kind of like ADD brain, right? And for me to focus on something is really important every day, or else I kind of drown in the million things I can be doing. It's old school, but you make a list every day, and you take a look at it. Whether that is self-improvement, whether that is make sure you work out today, make sure don't eat that candy bar today. Make sure that you tell your girlfriend you love her, or that she's beautiful, or make sure that you get that one thing done for work, right? So there are a million things you can be doing, but waking up every morning and identifying what that agenda is, even if it's like 2 or 3 things that you know you got to do, even if you're crawling, even if you're trying to get better, you're a million miles ahead of someone who isn't trying at all.
Wow. Powerful point.
So that's at least one thing every single day.
Really clear about what's most important in your life.
Exactly, yeah.
So back to Hero, back to the app. So we love it. We're loving this because we really truly believe that, especially on the show, we want to encourage empowerment for people that are doing good in the world. And so if there's someone out there, what would you recommend for someone who is trying to build their social media, or a company who's trying to link up? What are the factors that you're looking at to create the dating,
a successful relationship with Hero?
Yeah,
right?
sure. It's hard, which is why I think we're doing some cool stuff. So if you're an influencer, and I know that Ben touched on this a little bit, it's really valuable that you've got to have good content. Like, content is king right now. There's so much, including you guys, right? There's so much competition for what good content is. If it's not really well curated, if it's not this, with good lighting, you have to invest in yourself. If you're an influencer, you are your own business, and you have to invest some resources in yourself, whether that's lighting or the camera, or spending time on a script if you're doing some sort of comedy thing, right? The content has to be solid, the content has to be consistent, and you have to grow your audience by either having amazing content with a lot of consistency, or create some partnerships. People who are in a similar space that have a larger following, where you add value because you're funnier, or you're goofier, or your audience is slightly different, or whatever that may be.
Collaboration is key.
Absolutely. Find like-minded people that you can grow with and not steal from, right? And that's difficult in this space.
It's so interesting because you can see the parallels perfectly between like building a successful or happy relationship life and building successful business in the way that you are. Because it's like demonstrate value, demonstrate that value consistency, or be of service and be of service consistently, align with like-minded people.
Business, what I practice in my business life is very, very similar to what I practice in my personal life, right? Hard work, because relationships are work. Honesty, consistency, those are all very similar qualities. But again, on the influencer side, it's got to be good content. You got to be consistent with it. You can't put up one post and I'm an influencer now. It doesn't really happen that way.
Overnight success that way.
Yeah, and on the brand, it's crazy. On the brand side, we work with some major talent agencies and brands all over the country, and some of the biggest with names that you would know very well. They have 5 or 6 interns in a room DMing and Googling people for campaigns.
Wow.
There's no system of acquisition that really makes sense in an influencer space. It could be everything from a former Bachelorette contestant to an NFL athlete to a political spokesperson, right? How do I find the right person? Right now, it is a complete shotgun approach. It's very inconsistent.
And now we have
And then there's a solution, right? Exactly. So we take sort of the pain away for a business to be able to not only identify that person, but actually have a payment processing platform that is consistent, right, and safe. and putting time back in their day so they don't have to hire 10 people to Google names, right? Or
That's
contact one of the
ridiculous.
big agencies and go through the runaround, right? But now you've got a direct source both for the influencers to find the brands and the brands to find the influencers.
And what kind of percentage? I'm just curious to know about charging fees. What kind of, is it like typical agency fees?
It's not actually. So we're much more a marketplace model, right? So think Uber or Airbnb, where we're taking a percentage of the transaction, and not necessarily, you know, a regular talent agency will take 20, 30%, right? Our margins are not that gross because we know that we provide opportunity for scale in the business. So it is a technology, right? It's not your traditional handshake agency, although we replicate some of those things. We're a piece of technology. We grow much more quickly, so we can do deals much more efficiently. So we don't have to take as high of a margin, right?
So where can people find you? What's your personal Instagram, and then Hero, we know, but tell the audience.
Yeah, so personal social on everything is Iggy_Rodriguez, and Hero is superhero.co on Instagram, and superhero.co is the website. Happy to answer any questions about love, life, or business. Yeah.
His girlfriend will check his DMs.
Yes, just like you know. Oh, he's one of the people watching this, I promise.
Good. So we're running out of time, but I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you've been doing, and just really cool to meet such an evolved reality person. Because, you know, it's not exactly the image that is put out there. So
he's
really
rugged
appreciate
and
it.
dapper.
Rugged, that's right. Yeah, that's a plug. No free plugs. Rule one as an influencer: no free plugs or no free plugs.
Right. So thanks you guys for tuning in. Today is all about Friday feeling. So hopefully you are being true to yourself, finding what works for you, knowing that we all have the expression in love, whether it be in bromance or just finding partner, love, marriage, whatever that is. Please.
And business.
That's right. And in business, whatever that is. So stay tuned. Have a great weekend as we all wear black, representing the rising of the feminine for all of us, that we're all evolving, you guys. So we'll see you on Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and now Periscope, Twitter. So have a great weekend.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.
There you go.